Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaajal Jesse and today I'm going to be doing a mini haul from Colourpop. The mini haul includes an eyeshadow palette, a face duo that includes a blush and a highlighter, and 4 lip products. I'm also going to be doing a review, some swatches, and testing out these products. So let's get started. For those of you who don't know what Colourpop is a cosmetics company. A lot of people perceive Colourpop to be an indie brand, which they are not. They actually have a parent company called Steed Beauty. At this moment in time, Colourpop is only sold directly from their website, which is www.colourpop.com. However, there is speculation that Colourpop will soon be sold at Sephora. We can only wait and see until that happens. In terms of whether Colourpop is drugstore or high-end, I would say that they are more comparable to drugstore products. A lot of their products you can buy for under $20. I'm going to start off with the eyeshadow palette, and here it is. This is the I Think I Love You eyeshadow palette, and it also came in an outer box which just looks like this. The outer box also has the names on the back of the shades, as well as the palette also has the names on the back, which is really good, so you can just discard the box. When you go to open up the eyeshadow palette, this is what it looks like on the inside. As you can see, there is no mirror, which is quite disappointing. I love eyeshadow palettes that actually have mirrors. The packaging of this palette is by far Colourpop's best packaging yet. I think the color scheme of the whole palette goes very well with all the shades on the inside. And it's just super cute, and I love the name of the palette. This palette retails for $16 US, and what you're paying for is 12 eyeshadows. 4 are matte eyeshadows, and then the rest, 8 of them, are shimmer eyeshadows. So if you are a person who just loves matte eyeshadows or a lot of matte eyeshadows, I don't really think this is for you because majority of the shades are actually shimmery. I do think that the colors in the palette are very nice. You have your matte shades for your transitions. You have a matte black to deepen up eye looks. You also have the bone white shade for underneath the brow bone. And with the variety of shimmers, I don't think the shimmers are too similar to each other. I think you get a wide variety of different shimmers, so you're not always creating the same type of look. However, when I first opened up the palette, I was a little bit disappointed because the actual size of the pans are a lot smaller than their single eyeshadows. Besides that, I think this is a very gorgeous palette. I think all the colors all together and the whole layer itself forms a very cohesive palette. I think it's very fall appropriate, and as well as it is a very neutral palette as well. Depending on how you use it, you can also vamp it up and make it a very nighttime look. If this is your first time seeing this palette, please let me know what your initial first impressions of this palette was. Just comment down below. Okay, so I'm just going to be doing a little tutorial for you guys on how I got this eye look that I'm wearing. The first thing I did was I took this shade called Rowdy, which is described to be a matte warm ivory shade, and I basically just used this as a base shade. I took it all the way up to my eyebrows as well. Then straight after that, I took this shade called Bel Air, which is described to be a matte cool taupe shade. But this time I didn't take it all the way into the crease because I was going for a more halo eye look. I just applied it to the inner and outer corners in the crease areas, and I just kept blending it and I just kept building it up as well. After that, on top of Bel Air, I took this shade called My Type, which is described to be a matte deep saddle brown. and I basically just put that right underneath where I placed the Bel Air shade, and I kept blending and I kept building it up. I also went back and forth in between my type and Bel Air until I got the intensity that I wanted.
I went in with this matte black shade called Let's Do It, just to deepen the look and give it more contrast compared to the shimmer shades I'm going to be soon applying. The black shade will give it more of an intense halo effect that I want, and I had to do 2 layers, and then I just blended everything together with a clean brush so that there was no harsh lines.
Then after, I go in with the shade called Fancy Face, which is a metallic bright red copper shade, and I basically just put that into the center of my eyes, and I used a flat brush to do so. I found with the shimmer shades, they were really amazing, and I didn't really need any Fix Plus because they were really metallic. Straight after that, I took the shade called Level Up, which is described to be a metallic penny copper, and I put that right in the center of where I put the Fancy Face metallic red shade, and I left a little bit of a gap so that later on I could blend in between those 2 colors. And the last shade that I took is called Rule Breaker, which is described to be a metallic yellow gold, and I put this right into the center of my lids so that it could give that halo effect. I went ahead and repeated everything onto my bottom lower lash line. The look that I created was super easy. I found that when it came to blending, I needed little to no effort. It just blends like a dream. Also, the pigmentation of the eyeshadows are absolutely amazing and so worth the price. I feel like Colourpop could charge a little bit more and I would still buy it. However, I have to say, when it comes to the kickback of the eyeshadows, I do think there is quite a lot of kickback when you dip your brush into the pans, as well as I do think there is quite a lot of fallout with some of the shades, particularly the matte black shade, which is kind of okay because I do expect that from a black eyeshadows anyways. The next product is a Face Duo palette, and this is it. This is called the Knockout palette. It comes in a cardboard sleeve like this, which is nice, and it has the shades on the back. So the blush is called Excuse My French, and then the highlighter is called Like to Watch. However, on the actual box itself, it does not include the names on the back or anywhere in the palette, which kind of sucks because if you want to know the shade names, you have to kind of hold on to this. And again, with this palette, there is no mirror, which I hate that. I really want Colourpop to start putting mirrors in their palettes. These 2 shades are what I am wearing at the moment. I used this shade as a blush, and then I went ahead and used this shade as a highlighter. This retails for $16 US, and I have to say that this blush shade over here is a nice orange peachy shade, but it's not too orange. However, when you dip in your brush, there is quite a lot of kickback, but a lot of pigment does pick up on the brush. On the highlighter side, I have to say, when you dip in your brush, there is little to no kickback at all. It doesn't matter how many times you swirl around your brush, I seem to be getting no kickback at all. It is described to be a nice warm gold. However, the shimmer is not too overpowering, so depending on your skin tone, I would say you could use this as a blush topper. And the effect that you get from this highlighter, it's not too blinding, but at the same time, it's not really that subtle. So it's just like the perfect in between your subtle highlight and your blinding highlight. It is the highlight I am wearing at the moment, which I really like this a lot, but I have to say, when you mix these 2 shades together, it's just absolutely freaking beautiful. I look at this and I think of summer straight away, so I just can't wait for summer to come around because I'm just going to wear this non-stop. The formula for both of these products, I have to say I really enjoy it. I love how soft the powders are. They blend amazingly, and also you can build it up to however you want. So you can wear the highlight as a very soft gold sheen, and as well as the blush, you can just do a nice flush of color, or you can just build both of these up to however intense you want it to be. The next few products that I'm going to be showing you are 4 lip products. The first one is called Ultra Satin Lip, and I have it in the shade called Aquarius. The applicator is just a normal doe foot applicator. The shade Aquarius is described to be a soft pinky nude. However, I do have to say that I think it is more on the peachy side. When it comes to actually wearing the satin lip, it does feel really comfortable and it is not drying like a matte liquid lipstick. There is no shine and it just glides on like butter. These satin lips are really opaque when I apply it. I only need one swipe to get nice pigmentation. However, it's not as long wearing as a matte liquid lipstick, so I do feel like after a couple of hours I do have to reapply it. The next 3 are called Ultra Glossy lips, and these are high shine lip glosses with a lot of pigment. The first one is called Weho, which is described to be a creamy beige color. It retails for $6 as well, and it's a creme finish. I'm more of a lip gloss person rather than a liquid lipstick or lipstick person, so you guys already know that I love this a lot. The shine is very beautiful. I feel like it catches the light very well. When it comes to the formula, with it being a creme finish, it means that there is a lot more pigment, which I do agree. With these glossy lips, I feel like they last a lot longer than your traditional lip gloss, as well as they don't have that sticky feeling that a lip gloss normally has. It just glides on very nicely and it lasts for a really long time. The next shade is called Bestie, and this is described to be a mid-toned pink. This is my favorite shade that I got. It's just a very pretty pink, but it's not too pink. It has a hint of nude in there. The one recommendation that I have to make for these ultra glossy lips is that before you go put them on, make sure that your lips are exfoliated, and if your lips are chapped or dry, make sure to put on a lip balm, because the pigment in the lip gloss will actually sink into those cracks and it's just very obvious. The last shade that I have is called Curvii, and it's described to be a light peachy nude, and it's also a creme finish. However, this shade on me is slightly a bit too light for my skin tone. It does look like I am wearing concealer on my lips if I wear it just by itself. Although I'm going to finesse the crap out of this lip gloss, and I'm just going to be wearing this one on top of other lipsticks. If you already have Colourpop's lip glosses or lip products, please let me know which shades you have and which ones I should try next. The last thing that I have to show you guys is this little note that Colourpop gave within my package. It just says, "Sorry, we're late, XOXO Colourpop," and that is because my package did come a little bit late. Inside the note that they gave me was a free Lippie Stix. This is a Lippie Stix in the shade Topless, and it is a matte finish. The shade Topless is not for me because it is a very bright, bold orange shade. However, I do see myself doing an editorial type of tutorial for you guys with this shade. The shipping delay was caused by all of the hurricanes that were occurring in the US. So it's not really like my package is more important than human life itself. So I wasn't really sitting around just like wondering where my package was during that time. But I really do appreciate a brand that truly does care whether their packages are being delivered late. Just a quick summary of everything that I purchased. I loved everything that I got. There is just so much quality for such a little price. I highly recommend everything. The eyeshadows are so beautiful. I love the whole palette. I love the set out, the packaging, and the tones and shades within the palette. I do think it is a very functional palette. It does not fade and they are super long wearing. But to me, I think the shimmer shades are just a standout to me. I love the shimmers a lot more than the matte shades. When it comes to the face palette, I can't wait to use that during the summertime. And as well as the Ultra Glossy lips, those to me are just so exquisite and I love them so much. I like the satin lip, but I do prefer a lip gloss more. And if you made it to the end of the video, please give me a like and please comment down below which products you liked the most. Is there any products that you are thinking of getting? Also, I have never tried the Colourpop Super Shock eyeshadows. If you have tried those, please let me know down below of how they worked out for you. I would really love to know. And also don't forget to subscribe so I can see you in my next video. Bye!